Hey guys, hello. Trust always good. Would you like to sit again with me for a while? It's quite pleasant. In the beginning, thoughts will come and say, it's boring, it's even stupid. You have so many things to do while to sit and do nothing. Be curious about that voice. Just be curious. Don't try to manipulate it or to get rid of this, because it's not possible to get rid of thought's voice. But what is possible, what is plain, what is here, and it's obvious, is that this voice can be seen through. Its emptiness, its meaningless can be seen through. And this is what we call, or it is called, direct looking at experience. What is the difference between thinking and looking? I received some feedback that for some of us this is difficult. It feels difficult to make this distinction, or to differentiate between thinking and looking. So what does it mean looking in one's own direct experience? And why it is different from thinking? It has nothing to do with thinking, and why looking is the only way to see what's here, not to think about it, but just to see. Direct looking at experience means to see what is happening right now without waiting for thought to say what's happening. For example, what's happening right now is feeling a little bit of cold because the sun went behind the trees out there, and I don't need the thought, or thought is not needed for that. Thought is coming afterwards in claiming what's going on. But I don't need a thought to inform me that it is cold, because somehow this is the case. I have already experienced that. Can you check for yourself? What do you know for sure right now, without referring to any thought? Can you notice some kind of subtle sensation in the body, or not so subtle? And is it a thought which is knowing that, or there is a knowing of that? Do I need a thought to bring news that there is a sound out there from a bird, or the sound is heard immediately, directly experienced right now, without any effort? Again, in the beginning, it may be confusing, but the more we look in our own direct experience, the more clear it becomes. No thought is needed in order for looking to happen. It is not a thought which is looking. For example, let's say you wake up in the morning and you are wondering what's the weather like outside. So what kind of options you have? A memory may come as a form of thought and suggest, oh, yesterday was rainy or cloudy or whatever, so probably today is the same, or maybe it's going to be different. You can check the app weather and see what others are saying about the weather. You can call your mom. That's a joke, of course, but you can do that if you want, just to experiment. And all these are going to be some assumptions and ideas and beliefs about the weather. But how can you direct experience the weather outside? What you need to do, I mean not need, but what is the only option to be 100% without a single doubt what's the weather like outside? Well, going outside, opening the window, opening the door. It's a little bit cold, but there is a sun. And then you know. But of course, it is not you who knows. There is knowing that weather is like that today. Yeah, check, experiment for yourself. Also, it's very obvious when there is a hunger or you feel like you want to drink something, a thirst. So is it a thought which is saying that? Oh, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. No, there is a sensation, there is something happening here. And then thought comes and help or support that experience. Maybe thought may appear as an image with a, I don't know, rice with vegetables or oysters or whatever, pizza. But it is not a thought which knows that. A thought comes after the knowing, after the experience. And when we start looking like that at the experience, everything becomes easier, lighter, intuitive. You start living intuitively, and there are no mistakes here. You go into the market and you start staring at the food, and there is almost immediately there is an impulse or drawing towards something. But it's not coming from here. It's not, you're not drawn to the veggies because thoughts are saying it is very healthy. There is a natural impulse, or there is natural impulse towards meat or fish or whatever. And this is the end of, oh, I need to eat properly, healthy. No, this knows what to eat, this knows perfectly. So the main difference between thinking and looking is that for looking, no thought is needed. When looking happens, when looking at direct experience happens, no thought is involved in that. And there are some qualities, if you wish, maybe not so noticeable in the beginning, but definitely there is relaxation, there is more peace felt. Something like, oh, you're sitting and you are, oh. When a lot of thinking is involved, it feels tiring, exhausting, like you feel exhausted. There is no energy. There is constant doubting. Is this right? Is this wrong? Why shall I do? I should do that or I shouldn't do that. There is this constant game. This is the game of thoughts, and feels also tiring, very tiring. Yeah, check for yourself. What do you know for sure right now, looking at your own direct experience? And when we start looking at the direct experience and start expressing from that looking or seeing, words come, and there is no way for these words to be wrong. Why? Because this is your direct experience, which it is described by words, and it is 100% valid, true. You can't go wrong when you start expressing from direct experience, from looking, because it is already happening, it is already the case. So you can be curious and check. Notice some kind of sensation, whatever sensation is there. Let the attention be there and notice. Is it possible for that sensation to be there or here without the knowing of that? Or is it possible the knowing of the sensation to be experienced, or to be there without the experience of that? Maybe it sounds a little bit complicated, but it's not. Again, for example, now there is a feeling of sensation of a little bit cold, just a little bit. And there is there is simultaneously a knowing of that. And it's not possible to experience the sensation of cold without the knowing of that. And also it's not possible to know something which is not here. The knowing and the experience of the knowing of the sensation and the experience of it are one and the same. They are not two. You already know what you are experiencing. Isn't that amazing? Let me know, guys. Reflect with me. Share, comment, send me an email. Why not? Join one of the meetings, Thursday meetings. Join us in person here in CEST. Although it is these 2 months and a half are almost already fully booked. I think there is some period left. I need to check and I will let you know we already having guests here. Dear friends came. Sending you much love. And see you soon.